If you have ADHD, I can explain your entire life in just 8 minutes. Not because I read about it, but because I've lived it for 31 years. I was diagnosed at 3 years old and then re-diagnosed again at about 9. And every single thing I'm about to say is gonna feel like I have been watching you from afar. Very weird, I know, but here we go. Number 1, your brain runs on urgency. Not important. Agency and agency only. If something isn't urgent to you, specifically you, it's not getting done. Your manager says, I need this tonight, and your brain goes, that's your problem. I don't need it by tonight, so it doesn't get done. Simple as that. It doesn't matter how important someone tells you this thing is, if your brain doesn't feel the fire, the system doesn't switch on. Simple as that. And then at 5 to midnight, when it's actually about to blow up, suddenly you can do it in 20 minutes. What you couldn't start for 3 weeks is now a 5-minute task. That is not laziness. That's an agency-based nervous system. Your brain doesn't run on importance. It runs on this is about to go very wrong right now. Number 2, you have never in your life felt like you were trying hard enough. Always the underachiever. Not once. You can work 12 hours straight and you still feel like you've wasted the day. You scroll through social media and you see people doing half of what you do and your brain says, why can't you be like them? You know you're trying. And everyone around you can see that you're trying. But there's a voice inside your head that has never once said, that's enough. It just keeps going. Do more, be more, try harder. Why aren't you further along? Why haven't you got more success? And the mad thing is, you've been hearing that voice since you were a little kid. Number 3, you can't just decide to start something, no matter what it is. Your brain has to let you. There's a difference, and nobody who doesn't have ADHD will ever understand this. You can sit there knowing exactly what needs to be done. The task is clear, the deadline is real, and your body just won't move, just simply won't do it. So instead, you play video games, or you clean something that doesn't even need cleaning, or you do that dreaded scroll where you'll scroll for 2 hours and then you'll hate yourself for it. TikTok, YouTube Shorts, whatever. It's not that you don't want to do the thing, it's that the bridge between wanting and doing has a gap in it. I'm the same. Every time I try and do these videos, it's just an impossible struggle for a short while. And some days that gap is a massive crack, and some days it's a canyon. And you never know which one you're gonna get, basically. Number 4, time doesn't work for you the way it works for everyone else. I genuinely don't believe time is real. People always laugh at me for this. I know that sounds mad. But here's what I mean. Let me explain at least a little bit. I understand that the day passes. I get that the sun comes up and the sun goes right back down. But the idea that I should do something for a set amount of time just doesn't sit right with me. My brain rejects that entirely. If I'm climbing at the climbing hanger and I'm enjoying it, I'll stay there until I'm done. Not an hour, not 90 minutes, until my brain says that itch has been scratched. 5 minutes and 50 minutes feel exactly the same to me. There is now and there is not now. And the gap between those two is where every single missed appointment, every late arrival and every broken time commitment lives for me. Number 5, you absorb other people's emotions before you even process your own. If someone walks into the room stressed out, within seconds, your body's stressed out. You don't choose this. You don't even typically notice it's happening. Jessica can come home in a mood and my entire evening will completely shift. Her emotion becomes my emotion and I can't separate the two. I will spend hours feeling something and not realize it was never mine to feel in the first place. That is not empathy. Empathy is, I understand what you're feeling. This is, I am feeling what you're feeling and I can't turn it off. Please help. I don't want it. Number 6, this is the noise inside your head that never stops. We all have it, it just won't go away. It's like a buzz, and it's not for a single second. There's always something playing. a song, a conversation from 3 days ago, something you said in 2024 that still makes you cringe, or something even all the way down into 2014. It runs when you're working, it runs when you're eating, it runs when you're trying to fall asleep, especially when you're trying to fall asleep. It loves to talk. Your brain doesn't have a screensaver. I wish it did. It has a 24/7 live stream of every thought that it's ever had, playing on shuffle, and it is so random, and you can't even mute it. You don't even have access to mute it. You don't pause it, you don't have access for anything. You just learn to function with that volume and full, that noise constantly in the back of your head. Number 7, everyone else gets a mask. Your people get you, but that means that they get all of you. The rage, the joy, the shutdown, the hyper-focus, the laughter, the silence, the stress, the anger. What you see is what you get. I don't perform for my people, I just turn up. I mask for everyone else. I think that's why I'm good at sales. The version of me that walks into work isn't real. The version of me that shows up at a family event isn't real. But the version that sits on the couch with Jessica while we watch nonsense anime at 10 o'clock at night, that is the real me. That's who I am. And some days the real one is incredible. And some days the real one is a genuine nightmare. And the people who love you, well, they get both of that side every single day without a filter. Number 8, you have been performing normal your entire life. You learned at a very young age that the way your brain works isn't acceptable. No. So you built a version of yourself that fits to suit everyone else. You learned when to speak, when to nod, when to laugh, how long to make eye contact. You learned how to look like you're listening when your brain has completely left the room 3 minutes ago. And that performance cost you everything. By the end of the day, you're not tired, you are depleted, completely exhausted. You gave every room a version of yourself that doesn't even exist. You're like a mini actor. And the one person who actually knows you gets whatever's left over. I just explained your life in less than 8 minutes. And the fact that you're still here means every single one of those landed. And I know because I've lived every single one of them for 31 years. I've spent the last few years working on every single aspect of this so that I can try and understand and help. Not because I've fixed them, but you don't fix how your brain is wired. But you can stop blaming yourself for it, and you can understand and learn from it. And you can also stop pretending that it's not there, because it is, and there's nothing you can do about it. If someone you know needs to hear this, send them this video. If it's yourself and you want to send it to yourself, do that as well. Because understanding your brain doesn't start with a diagnosis. It starts with someone saying, that's not just you, that's just how this works. You're not alone. Let me know in the comments if this hit.